I'm Christina. I'm 35 years old. I am a mama to almost an 11-year-old daughter, and I'm a wife of almost 4 years to a wonderful chiropractor down in West Palm Beach, Florida currently. I did this video to introduce a compilation of videos I've done on my Essure journey, more specifically my Essure removal journey. Now, these videos are pretty raw, just like this video right now. I'm completely raw. This is me. Essure is a permanent birth control, permanent sterilization device for women. And it's simple and easy, and it can be inserted in your doctor's office with a simple office visit. No downtime, no scarring, no surgery. Perfect. So when I saw that brochure in my doctor's office at my routine gynecological exam in December of 2013, I thought, this is amazing. This is an answer, because I wanted to get off the hormone birth control, which I wasn't even taking to prevent birth control at the time. I was just taking it to not have a cycle and to help prevent the acne. So I was wreaking havoc on my hormones, because whenever you take synthetic hormones and put them in your body, you wreak havoc on them. Not good. But you can research it for yourself. And for the Essure, it takes 3 months for it to become permanent, meaning for the scar tissue to develop around the coils for it to become permanent. So I'm like, okay, well, if I get it now, I have my insurance now, I can get it, it's free, and I'll be permanently sterilized by the time I get married. It'll be perfect. So I thought. So I did have the HSG test 3 months after the device up. That procedure was not comfortable at all. I believe I had a radiologist do that procedure that had never done one before. It was painful, just like the Essure procedure was painful as well. But they drug you for that one. I knew Essure wasn't right for my body pretty soon after. I mean, I had constant pain in my pelvis area, lower abdominal area, pretty much from the beginning, but I knew that was going to happen, so I just hoped the scar tissue would kind of heal itself in a way. I had a previous surgery a few years ago prior to that, breast reduction surgery, which left significant scarring. So I know scarring can get helped by like a Graston technique, and just time helps scarring as well. So I hope that would kind of help this situation as well. I don't believe it did. Reason being, if you look at the ingredients in Essure and you look at what Essure is supposed to do to your body, which I didn't look too in-depthly at the beginning. Well, within the first year, I also developed a symptom, painful ovulation, which I never experienced before Essure. Never had painful ovulation. Never knew when I ovulated. I could, I could tell by different reasons, different ways, but I didn't ever feel the egg actually drop. So that was something new. Frequent urination started, but I've had spouts with that, because when you hold your pee too long, it kind of messes you up, yada yada yada. But it was becoming more and more and more. So I was like, okay, just subtle things like that. So I went to the same office that I got the Essure implanted in, and I complained of those things. And about a practitioner gave me some doxycycline to fix that scar tissue up and clean out my inside. Supposedly a 10-day cycle is going to do that. And for frequent urination, just time my pee. That's what I was told. So I was like, that was a big help. I was like, that's it, I'm not coming back. So I just dealt with it. I timed my cycle, I documented when I had pain, and most of it was around ovulation time. Okay, my next symptom came a few months later, my first boil. It was not pretty. It did not feel good. It was not fun. I was just talking myself out of them, saying, oh, it could be because of this, it could be because of that, I'm getting older, etc. Sex never felt the greatest. I mean, I've had lots of sex in my life. Most people don't want to admit that, but I had, and so and I knew how it felt for me, and it wasn't feeling the same as it used to feel. And I was just like, now I'm married, now I supposedly can enjoy sex the way I should be enjoying sex, and I can't. Something's wrong. This is not what married life is supposed to be, right? But, you know, I come from a strict religious background. We shouldn't even be talking about sex. So it's hard to deal with and think about. So another thing I dealt with and have been dealing with, again, chronic inflammation. My lower abdominals are just basically constantly hard, and we're not talking about hard as in hard abs. We're talking about just hard, and sometimes even worse than hard. I've also dealt with unexplained rashes. I had a pretty bad rash in late 15 also, that took a few rounds of steroids to get rid of. I've had a couple not so bad rashes that I haven't gotten treated, but I've just dealt with them on my own, and luckily they've gone away. I've cleaned up my own health care personally, meaning I've looked at products I've been using. I've been using cleaner products and food. I've been looking at my food and eating healthier, and I've started.
Nervous today. I'm going in to get a pap smear and all that fun stuff, which I don't like at all. I haven't had one in 3 years actually. I've been staying away from it. But I'm gonna talk to my doctor about hopefully removing my Essure, which I placed in my body about 4.5, a little over 4.5. I am so nervous right now, sitting in the doctor's office. I'm basically about to cry. My anxiety is very high. Today is the day that I have actually finalized my surgery day. I am going to get my Essure removed from my body, and I really believe this is a big puzzle piece that I have been needing for years now, since basically I got it in almost 5 years ago. A little more than a week I will be undergoing surgery. It's a bilateral saphenectomy. I'm going to get a corneal resection of the uterus. Basically it's like getting your tubes tied, but a little bit more. Something I should have did to begin with, but I didn't think about ever getting my tubes tied, because why would I have surgery? I saw a brochure in the OB's office one day when I was going for my annual, and I saw this brochure about Essure, and I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds perfect. Minimal downtime. I can go back to work the next day, supposedly, and oh my gosh, it's just gonna be perfect. I didn't think about chronic inflammation. I didn't think about if my body would react maybe to pet fibers, the nickel, because I wasn't allergic to nickel supposedly, right? I never, who knows if they're allergic to nickel. I mean, every time I wore earrings, that weren't like, whoa, great, I always got itchy, but didn't think anything of it.
Today is eviction day. I am here in Austin, Texas with my mom, and she's here just like she was there for me. Mixed feelings. My body's gonna change, meaning I never thought I would have surgery in my lifetime. This is now my second major surgery. My first major surgery was because I was born with congenital scoliosis, and I left my boobs with a big difference in size, so I decided to get a breast reduction a few years back. And now this surgery is because I made a not informed decision a few years ago.
Waiting is the pits. I'm out of surgery. I'm Essure free. A little emotional, but it all went well.
Crazy.
Let me not hurl.
We'll go slow.
I think I'm a little bit better.
Good. Throwing up does help.
Okay, and bye, thank you.
Well, my Essure journey has almost come to a close, meaning I'm about to leave Austin, or Round Rock, Texas, or Austin, Texas, and getting on a plane to fly back to Atlanta, Georgia, to hang out with my mom and dad for a few days, for about a week before I head back to Florida. It's been surreal. I have some gas pain going on right now. I went number 2 twice now. So I got through that hurdle. It took me 3 days. Post-surgery, I've gone number 2. Right now, since we're about to fly, I have a nervous belly. I diagnosed myself with a nervous belly, meaning I've had it forever. Whenever I get nervous about something or whatnot, I tend to have to go, whether it be pee or poo. So yeah, this is my journey. I am so grateful that I found a skilled doctor to perform this surgery for me. I wish I never had to find a skilled doctor to perform this surgery, but sometimes we make hasty decisions in our lives because we think it's the best and we don't want to weigh our outcomes. So therefore it leads us to having to make other decisions later on. Again, I feel this was the best decision for me, and I'm so grateful to my husband and my parents to help me through this journey, and so I didn't have to wait anymore to get the Essure coils out of me, because I felt they were hurting me from the inside, and it's not good when you don't feel normal. It's not good when you're constantly inflamed. It's just not good. I've been practicing a healthier lifestyle for the past year, and I thought that would help a little, and it did help a lot, but there was still something that was missing, and I'm really pretty sure that this Essure is the one thing that was missing. So I'm hoping and praying after I heal from this surgery that my body will start being what we want to call normal again, and reacting to the healthy stuff I'm putting into it, not being constantly inflamed, maybe I can have sex again and enjoy it. This is my journey. We are checking in the Austin airport. Luckily, Southwest gave us some preference on pre-boarding because I just had surgery. So right now we're going through the security, and hopefully it won't be too hard to get through with the pain pump I had. Well, I almost lost it. I thought they weren't going to have my luggage. I had to wait a long time for it, and that was scary because just like the last ball dropped. A little background about this last week. Friday was my last day at work before my surgery, and guess what happened to me? I banged my eye on a ladder. I just about died. Hurt really bad. It's still a little bit bruised, but it's a lot better. And then on Saturday, on our drive to Atlanta, somebody decided to crash into my bumper in a gas station. But luckily, there was no damage except some scratches, so my husband let him go. But like leading to this surgery is just so many crazy things that happened, and it was just very hard on me getting through to this surgery, and so I just thought they almost forgot my bag, so I was about to lose it again because I just want to be done with this and kind of relax finally. But here we go. We're back in Georgia. I'm gonna stay with my parents for another week, and then I'm heading home to Florida to see my husband. So after a few scars and bumps in the road, I am definitely excited to find out what normal means again.